Alright, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Black Sheep Family TV. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, skrrr, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, be down to gang. So, don't forget to share that on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter if you got it. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. And the video is turning down by itself. And if y'all ain't this, because y'all on a regular tripod, like, I just had to vent today. Finna show y'all out and everything like that. Don't forget to go to Jay's Place, subscribe to Jay's Place in case you're watching this back on a playback or whatever. And I don't have my ring light in here, so I look like I actually look. I might go get it. Matter of fact, I might go get the better tripod just because, so y'all can see me better. Babe, we bring the other tripod to get the light on.
Yeah, I got the inside remote.
So yeah, anybody's watching this on playback, I'm just waiting for people to come in.
Behind us, or in the same spot.
Same spot. I'm just gonna move it around. It don't matter where you plug it up at, either, because it should stretch because the whatchamacallit is long. Babe, did you already plug it up?
So what, baby?
Did you already plug it up?
Yeah, it's on.
Got lights? They can see me now?
Sexy in the light.
How would I look like in the dark?
What's happening, my good people? This your boy Jay. You know what I mean? I'll be back. Can I take this and put it on the boat if I want to record footage?
It's gonna be flimsy, so if you put your phone on there and it falls, don't blame me.
Never mind. Oh my God. Where you want me to move it to?
I'm back in Carl and Crystal.
They said it's gonna be flimsy.
That's why, like, I can't even fix it or nothing like that. Probably have to go back in here and go ahead and block somebody. Probably have to go back in here and go ahead and block somebody.
Use your pink tablet. It's a lot easier.
It let you block people on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Might go ahead and get your little trolling out the way, because as soon as this load up, I'm blocking you, so, you know. I'm waiting for the video to load up on this tablet. Can you do it on yours? I don't know how you're a moderator, but you can't do certain stuff on yours.
I can time people out and shit, but I can't block nobody. Your moderators can't block nobody.
Oh, that's probably why they don't.
They can only time them out, but anything with your actual access,
yeah,
can block. That's why.
The crazy thing is, this is stuff that I made just in case I do like a YouTube for Jaxon or Julian or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess since it's that, maybe that's why it won't let me add your thing when I was trying to upload your videos, because I actually physically made the account for them. It's not about I don't have an internet on this thing. Since when? Look how many bars it got. Like I see what Crystal was saying when she kept saying that it's slow. When you put it on charger, it's one over there, I believe.
Yeah, she was quick to tell you that. This thing is slow.
Yolanda said, "Hey, what's up, Yolanda?"
Yo, yo.
I just blocked them off this. Somebody's going by walking up. It's still not working.
I went out and came back in.
I shared it out.
Yeah, it keeps saying you're not connected, but it shows that you're connected.
Oh, and I got the laptop just in case it's easier to use this and block somebody versus before I even get into a whole other topic.
Let me get out your way. It's still not pulling up, but it is connected, so that's good. You want to set it up on the big computer too?
I already did. That's what was about to happen.
I'm gonna finish doing, getting this stuff together, because I'll be done. I got something.
What else I was gonna say? Yolanda, are you still in here? Now that we found and got our technical difficulties out the way. Before I start with this one. Hey, Boss Life Online. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah. Julian, this is Jaxon first daycare that he's been to. This is the only daycare that he's been. I'm finna go take that somewhere else before I even, because that's gonna irritate me because I'm already irritated. Alright, y'all, I'm back. So, this particular daycare is Julian's third daycare and Jackson's first daycare. Jackson been in daycare since he been maybe 6 or 8 months, if that long. I believe he was 6 months though. You was. He finna be 2 here in December. She come back. So, like y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the incident that happened today, which drove me versus everything else. Like then I like fast forward y'all back on why I'm just gonna go ahead and change that daycare because I don't have time for this. Today we was getting Jaxon off Julian and Jaxon off the van because they both go to the same daycare. So the van driver basically, not the driver, the van aide, one of the van aides, basically got him up out his seat and basically dropped him. He fell down, hit his head, got a knot on his head, and Jay had to catch him so he didn't get his so he didn't fall down all of the steps. Right? So at this point, I'm already mad. Like, I'm already mad because the woman didn't sit here and act like it was an accident, y'all. She sat here, dropped my baby, looked at him like, oh well, and proceeded to go get Julian out the car seat. Like, she didn't say, is he okay? Do he got any knots on him? Do he got any bruises? Oh my God, like, I'm sorry. Like, none of the normal activity that people do that it's not intentionally doing something on fucking purpose. So what I do is I sat here and called the daycare to speak to the transportation supervisor, which they don't do shit. Like, it's clear that they don't give a fuck about my kids. So, and they're the only black kids up there, I believe. The biracial kids, yeah, they can kind of go for black, but they're the only fully black kids up there. So, we stay in a city where it's predominantly white, and where they say that they're racist. I really do believe a lot of them are racist at this daycare. Stop. So, you call the transportation supervisor or whatever because the assistant director don't ever do shit. Like, she does absolutely shit. She'll sit here and make some shit your fault of why her staff is not doing their job, basically. So I called and I'm like, hey, your van aide, who's the van aide? Because I wanted to get her name because I know it's making a report. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and whether we change that daycare or not, which of course we are, but I know I'm gonna get your name for reports that I'm gonna sit here and make to people that are over y'all. Stop. You can put him back in there with Julian.
Okay.
Or feed him or whatever you were doing.
Yeah, they full. They both been messing around still.
Let me catch up with the comments, y'all. So I guess he crying for his cup. But so when I sit here and talk to the supervisor, I'm like, your person sat here and dropped my child or whatever, didn't say excuse me, didn't say sorry, didn't act like she gave any fucks about it whatsoever. So when I tell her that, she's like, oh, so the bus driver? I'm like, no, they let me know that you ain't listening because you really already don't give a fuck because you're not listening. So I'm like, no, the bus driver was the only one that had enough common sense to be like, is he okay? And are you talking about the van aide? I'm like, no. Yeah. The van aide. She was the van aide.
No, I'm just saying, like, nah, who else would we be talking about?
Then she sit here and after she basically figured out who it was, and I was like, well, who's the van aide on there today on van 25 to get our kids? And she's like, oh, Julian Jackson. Oh, well, that's
Kenya.
Yeah. It's the person name, and the only reason I remember is because it's a place like everybody be saying that they going there from Africa.
And it's my cousin.
And Jay remember the name because he got a cousin with the same name. So that happened, y'all. Let me see. I'm trying to, like, y'all, I'm really pissed the fuck off, really. Because I'm really ready to change that daycare. Like, my whole thing is I've been wanting to change that daycare before this shit happened. But the whoever the transportation supervisor is that does absolutely shit, because I don't see why with all these incidents that's going on with only these 2 kids, and if it's not only these 2 kids, that make it even worse, that y'all not sitting here moving people and firing people, because people don't just call and make up shit for no apparent reason. Like, I would like nothing more than my kids to go to one daycare and finish the daycare. Who the hell wants to sit here and move that kid, move that kid, move that kid? That's only hurting the kids. But if you would blankly drop my fucking child in my fucking face, just imagine what the hell you doing at this damn daycare. And if the people in the fucking daycare, the supervisor just said basically, well, I would have the man take them off the van. So basically, you're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna still do shit. You're gonna sit here, and that's what. And people act like these white privileges. That's basically what it is. Y'all are fucking low-key fucking racist as hell. I'm not gonna say the whole people in the whole daycare, but most of them are racist as hell. I feel like that's the problem. You're just racist. You don't want to deal with them because they're black. You don't give a fuck about them because they're black. Like, they're the only black kids in that whole daycare. You have biracial kids in there that have white moms, so you know they automatically treat them different anyway, because they just kind of look at. I know this because I have mixed kids, and they treat Chris different, and then they treat the kids better when Chris come in there and be like, oh hell no, fuck nah. But with them too. So I already have a daycare in mind that I'm going to send my kids to. I'm just basically waiting on to get all the paperwork back so that I can take it to the other daycare and see if they're gonna use that same paperwork, or if they're gonna need to do another evaluation. And then I'm going to move my kids. But yeah, the person just basically said, well, we just get another person to take them off the van. And then the dude has a prosthetic leg, the person that normally take them out their seat, because I previously had a problem with the first van aide that her name rhymes with Jim. She fucking, like, when somebody hand you something, you don't even wait till I get it and it fell all on the ground. And since I reported that, it was like, if she's not gonna hand it to me, why don't you just leave it in the basket instead of just throwing the shit on the fucking ground? And like, they're like, oh well, we just get a different van aid. Like, we literally, and then that wasn't my only problem. My other problem was the fact that Julian went from the nursery to the next class. Like, y'all, my child literally will come with his whole face covered in snot, like dried up snot, like white snot. So since I sat here, it's like, so how the hell are you one of the teachers in Julian's classroom? Not only that, but you are a van aide. When we called and spoke to the director of the facility, she was like, well, putting on his coat and wiping his face is just something that they should do anyway. Like, there shouldn't be no problem. It's not like you're asking something outlandish or anything like that. She said they should be doing it anyway. So they'll do it for about maybe 3 days and it go right back to the same shit. So Jay was like, just give him time. And we talked to a lady, like, it's a real sweet lady that I talked to, and she tries to actually help. But it's only so much she can do because she's up under the assistant director, and the assistant director made it clear that she gives not one fuck about my damn kids. And director's never there, basically. And then you have the owner. See, when you want to speak to the owner, they don't ever want to let you speak to the owner. They always want to tell you that, you can only speak to the director. And when she's available, she'll come talk to you. Last time we had a whole meeting when my stepson was here, and it was a problem with my stepson getting them. Now, mind you, if it's allowed that he has to be on a pickup list to get the boys off the van, why did y'all let him get the boys off the van for 2 weeks straight before y'all sat here and had anything to say? Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. I feel like you just wanted to find a reason to pick with a motherfucker. So when my stepson, when Jalen is like, yeah, I'm gonna call my stepmom. Well, he don't even call me stepmom. So when Jalen, like, I'm gonna call my mom, and the van aide at the time looked at, mind you, now this same person still on the van. She's rude as the fuck. She don't speak. She don't none of that shit. And like the bitch that dropped my son today didn't speak. She didn't say, is he okay? Or anything. Like, anything to act like you gave a fuck about my child. So if you do that in front of me, I know how the fuck you treat my child when I'm not fucking watching. So Jaxon has it hasn't formed up yet, but it formed up, but it ain't turned red or nothing like that yet. But he got a whole knot on his head, and y'all best believe I reported that shit. Let me try to come back to the comments because I'm already pissed the hell off. But a boss life online, but shit, adding a few choice words, what the fuck is that gonna do? Like, yeah, I can sit here and cuss you out and act a real fucking nigga, like what the fuck they expect and what the fuck they want. But no, bitch, it's another way to fucking skin a cat. Because my whole thing is, I'm gonna fuck around and I'm gonna take out a restraining order on this motherfucker, and I'm gonna fuck around and keep reporting this motherfucking daycare. Like, I have no time for that shit. But ultimately, I'm going to move my fucking kids. So, like, the best way to tell a motherfucker fuck you is to fucking take my fucking money away from your fucking facility. But that's what the assistant director want us to do anyway. She want us to fucking just take our kids out, because obviously it's other parents that either get better treatment or they don't give a fuck because they getting rid of their kids for the day and they just don't care. But this is why I go to daycares, and this is why I pop up and shit like that. Like Jay be like, nah, the boy's good, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. You never know what the fucking snake motherfuckers really doing to your goddamn kids unless you up there. Appreciate it, silly mom, and thank you for stopping in. Well, you know, Jim, she tall like a man. She looked like a man. She rude. Well, I can't even say she rude like a fucking man. I really had something else to call a female dog. That's a good idea to go ahead and file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. But I don't know, because like the Better Business Bureau, it's not like back in the day. Back in the day, you could report any business to the Better Business Bureau. But I have already called Child Protective Services. I have already called the licensing department. Jay had made a report with the Child Protective Services. I made a report with Child Protective Services, and we made a report with the licensing department because they actually investigate and fuck with that shit. But I will be seeing about that as well. Well, silly mom, my whole thing with wiping my son's nose is my fucking son is still 2. Julian is 2. Julian has autism. Julian cannot fucking even speak on his fucking level. Hence why he's in a daycare with people with developmental issues. Like, he has a developmental problem. He has a speech delay. So not only do he have a developmental problem, but he cannot speak out what he's trying to say. So even if he wants to be like, hey, my nose is dirty, like, and then a 2-year-old's only gonna wipe their nose like this anyway, like, he tries to do it, yeah, but at the end of the motherfucking day, this is a daycare, child care facility. You're taking care of the child in this facility. So that was my whole problem. Like, bitch, you're looking at him all day long. You're looking at him. And Julian is black as hell. So when you see dried up snot on his face, I just don't know how you miss dried up snot on his face. Like, the nursery gets it. Like, Jaxon don't come back dirty. When he was in the nursery, he didn't come back dirty. When he moved to this class, he comes back dirty. They have pushed Julian off to the second class, and guess what? We have no problems with them wiping his nose. Like, they make sure his face is clean, and they make sure his shoes is tied, and they make sure he come back home looking how the fuck I sent him. But this particular class could not do that. So I feel like that class is sorry as hell. But the more and more shit that happens, the more and more I'm like, Jay wants to work with him and talk and try to work. Like, no, I feel like you mistreating my damn child, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit here and cuss you out. I'm the type of person that will take it somewhere else. So before I take it somewhere else, I would do one better. I would do what these white folks like to do. When they like to call the laws and put the laws and put these agencies up into your life, I'm doing the same motherfucking thing, because y'all going to sit here and treat my kids how you would treat another motherfucking child or treat your own grandchild. If you do not like fucking kids, get out of fucking child care. Why are you in it? Why are you in the education field? Like, y'all, and it's not like he's getting, like, Julian is getting physical therapy. No, he tested out physical therapy. He's getting occupational therapy, speech therapy, developmental, and then he also was diagnosed with autism as of June of 17. Julian have a lot of stuff going against him all fucking ready. So I'm not gonna sit here and let you mistreat my motherfucking son that I know cannot speak. He cannot speak. He cannot wipe his own face by himself. It's not his job to wipe his own face. It's not his job to sit here and try to potty train himself or stuff like. But the class he is in now, he only been in there for a week. But so far we haven't had no problems with this class that he's in now. But it's just all around the staff. Like I said, I do not like the assistant director. The bitch can suck a mean, sick dick for all I give a fuck. I don't like that bitch. I don't like the aide that was in Jaxon Julian class, which that's the class that Jaxon would have went to. But if it was a problem, I pretty much would have backed and took him right back out of it. So yeah, but what I was gonna say about the class is, yeah, they receive them therapies, but at the same time of receiving them therapies, they're in a regular class with regular staff. Like, it's a teacher and 2 aides, or a teacher and an aide, something like that all the time. So what the therapists do, they come in, they get the child, they take your child to the office, and they have their therapies right there at that facility. So it's not even like it's the therapist that's not doing their job. It's the so your job is to not do nothing but your classroom activities and make sure that their faces is clean, their hands are washed. Like, what's the point of you being in childcare if you're not going to take care of the kid? Like, I just don't understand it. You have an issue with a child. Like, I have worked in childcare before, but I actually like fucking kids. So I'm not gonna sit here and see your nose run and not wipe your nose. And like, y'all, the snot don't even be like clear snot, like when it just come at your fucking nose. No, it be dried up like y'all left his face like that all motherfucking day. And then you send him home like that. Then when you call the assistant director bitch ass, she sit here and tell us, well, you might want to just, well, since you have such an issue with the daycare, you might as well just find him somewhere else, because we have people on the waiting list. We have people on the waiting list. Like, I can't stand that hoe. And then the bitch gonna sit here and ask me when I was calling to see why Julian never, his onesie wasn't snapped or whatever. I thought maybe it was potty training or something like that, and they just didn't have time to go through all them kids. Like, they be trying to rush or something like that and forgot it. And this bitch gonna ask me, well, because I'm asking all that potty training, saying do I need to get him regular t-shirts instead of onesies, because it would make it easier on not just Julian but the staff too. This bitch gonna say, well, at bath time, what I would suggest you do is, if you even give him a bath every night. Bitch, what the fuck you mean if I give my child baths every night? And then another thing with this goddamn daycare, when we sit here and want to speak to the director, these hoes don't want to let me speak to the director. They want to sit here and talk to a family coordinator and shit like that. Talk about, oh, we'll speak to a family coordinator, for her to be like, oh, well, we're gonna address the issue, like, of his nose and his jacket and shoes. That's stuff that should be done. But you should try to talk to the assistant director. Bitch, what the fuck for? Like, the person that I sit here and talk to on a day-to-day knows that it's an issue with her. So my whole thing is, y'all not trying to fix the issue within y'all daycare. What y'all want to do is sit here and have somebody keep sending that kid to a daycare that's treating my child like shit. Like pure shit. Like, this class might be different. The two other subs, two of the teachers in Julian class, I know for a fact both of them have, because we're friends on Facebook, both of them have like some type of biracial child. So they sometimes don't be racist, but I have seen people have biracial kids, grandkids, and still be fucking racist. I have an aunt like that. Like, she have biracial grandkids, and she halfway like her own grandkids, but she tolerates them, and she tolerates the baby mama because she don't like white people. Like, bro, we not way back in we not back 60 years, 70 years ago. Like, these people, this new generation, somebody that's 20 ain't did what her grandfather, her great grandfather might have did to your people. Like, get the hell over that shit. Like, I would never understand it. Julian is nowhere near kindergarten. Julian, I'm coming back to y'all comments. Julian's nowhere near kindergarten. Julian's 2, and he will be 3 in October. And he still, I think his dad wrote down a list. I think Julian's saying like maybe 20 words, maybe. Yolanda, I already did report them. And this is not even about Julian. This is about Jaxon. Like, the whole drop Jaxon. Like, Jaxon won't be 2 till December. Jaxon, we kind of thought that Jaxon had a whole balancing delay, as we thought he was gonna need physical therapy because Jaxon kind of wobbly and top heavy and stuff like that. I call them the wobblers. Like, all kids around his age that's learning how to walk or have learned how to walk but still haven't grasped it yet, they kind of wobble. So he's calling them the wobblers when I worked in childcare, which was like when Carter and Crystal was babies, and Crystal this month will be 9 and Carter's 10. So yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, that's how I feel, Silly Mommy. Like, they don't, like, you clearly don't care about my kids, and you clearly don't care to fix the situation. So, like, I get that Jay don't want to move them, but the Pediatric Plus is a daycare that specializes with kids with, they have a service, actually, for kids with autism. Julian has autism. My older 2 kids from the Pediatric Plus, they got a whole different state-of-the-art playground, so they won't be getting dirty. The staff is cool. I have spoke to the owner when she just had like one location type thing. So yeah, even though I still feel like she a hoe because she was trying to figure out was me and my baby daddy together. Like, bitch, why? You don't have enough dick to sit on yourself? Okay. Hey, thank you, Boss Life Online. I'm just, yeah, I'm just really ready to get this paperwork so that I could go ahead and find him a different daycare. Jay is finally, now that he see what the fuck I be talking about, cause see, Jay be on the road a lot. Like, he was on the road a lot. So when I call him and be like, dude, Julian face look like this, Julian face look like that. Y'all, it took me to sit here and take a picture. Like, that's sad when you know that your kid face is gonna come back dirty, that you know to just walk up to the van and go ahead and snap a picture while you getting them off the van, while this bitch is standing right the fuck here with her funky ass. And I sent it to the person, not the assistant director, cause that hoe does absolutely shit. She's just in a position, basically. Yeah. But the lady up under her that I speak to or whatever, like, I don't never talk to the hoe. Like, ever since she asked me about do I bathe my kids and shit like that, like, I stopped. Like, cause you just a bitch. Like, it's not one of those things like, did she say that or did she mean it like that? Like, no, you're just a bitch. You really did mean it like that, and you don't give a fuck how the fuck it came out. So I don't talk to the motherfucker. But my mom didn't. My mom didn't want me with my oldest kid's dad, not because he was white, because my mama side of the family is not racist. My daddy's side of the family don't like white people. They crackers, they hunkies, they this, they that. Whoop de whoop this, whoop de whoop that. And it's like, girl, like, I understand that you came around right when slavery was ending, but you can't treat everybody like they treated you. Like, you can't. Now I ain't gonna sit here and say that my oldest kid's dad, my oldest kid's grandma is fucking racist as hell. When you can sit here and tell, I got this many black friends, or I got this many Mexican friends, like, you associate Mexican with black and brown. Like, no, that's not how that works. You have no black friends because you don't like black people, and you only have that one Mexican friend because you work with your husband. So, I mean, let's not act like you just like black people. And whenever you sit here and use as your defense, oh, well, I have this many black friends, or oh, I have this many white friends, so I'm not racist. Get the fuck out of here. What's up, Crystal? Yeah, like Jay said, she didn't show no fit. Like I said, y'all, she did not stop and be like, oh my God, is he okay? Or is he okay? She didn't stop and try to even pick him up to see was he okay. Like, Jay had to go and like catch the boy so he won't fall down every last one of those steps at this daycare. Like, and the hoe just turned her big body, well back ass around and fucking went proceed to get Julian, and then she kind of just let him go too. Like, what the fuck ever. Like, bitch, if you do not want to touch black kids, if you do not like black people, if you just got that much of a funky ass attitude when it comes to do with fucking kids, bitch, why don't you take your fat ass on and find you a different fucking job with kids that are just white? Matter of fact, why don't you go find you one of these nice rich white families that want you, that will pay you to be a nanny at their daycare. That way you don't have to be bothered with people. You don't have to be bothered with black kids. You don't have to be bothered with black people at all. Like, I just don't understand why people go into the line of work of childcare when you don't like somebody for the color of their skin. Because if you don't like somebody for the color of their skin, you would do this to everybody kids. But I know you're not doing this to everybody kids, because see, when you fuck with white people, they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that'll get your bitch ass fired. Like, and that's just all I have seen my baby daddy do it. Like, just for the simple fact that he has a fucking problem, motherfuckers be like, oh my God, I have seen this in public school. When he have a fucking problem, he'd be like, well, I'm gonna call this person, I'm gonna call that person. And matter of fact, that reminds me, I might just go ahead and call the Disability Legal Services and Disability Legal Aid for this matter, because I am the type of person, I would sue the dog shit at this motherfucking school. Like, matter of fact, I might need to see how much that costs to go ahead and sue this school for pain and suffering, because it's been pain and suffering going on, not just today, but the whole entire fucking time. Like, don't be in fucking childcare and you want to sit here and treat kids all kinds of fucked up. I should have made a report, and what I'm thinking about doing is go ahead and try to file for a damn restraining order, because I don't see that even if most people that have an accident, they would be like, "Are you okay?" Like if you didn't try to do it, or if you actually gave a fuck, you would be like, "Are they okay?" or "Are you okay?" or anything. Like you proceeded to the other kid to the point where the van driver looked back at her like, "Bitch, you what the fuck wrong with you?" And he drives the fucking van. Like the van driver, we talk to him every day. Like even the van driver asks, "Hey, is he okay? Like how is he okay?" People, somebody with common motherfucking sense that actually gave a fuck about the damn child, and he don't even work with kids. He just drive the kids van. So if he have enough common sense to do this, I don't see how y'all don't. And then, like I said, with the bitch talking about some, oh, well, that's just the aid, and we're gonna make sure that the other man get your kids off the van. That's still stupid, because how do this man can take them out the car seat, can you one child at a time? He have a whole fucking prosthetic leg, y'all. Like this man is whole disabled. With both, he don't even have both his legs. So your stupid ass got both your fucking funk ass legs, and you can't move them motherfuckers. Like, I just, nah. And I'm just ready to fucking go ahead and find them somewhere else to motherfucking go. Like, I just literally don't have the type of time of the day. I think the lady that I talked to, I'm not gonna say her name, but the lady that I talked to, at the daycare, she's always trying to help. Like she always try to, like she be feeling personally bad for it, but like it don't be her fault. So I don't really just blame her because it ain't her fault. Like you're not the one that dropped my kid. You're not the one that can't wipe their nose. Like she was coming out because she's their supervisor, like the classroom supervisors. Like when I was having problems with them wiping Julian nose and sending him with a jacket. If it's raining outside, put him on a jacket. Like, and I don't understand, y'all. Like, if I have on a coat, because I'm cold, maybe these babies are cold too. Maybe I should put him on a jacket too. He has a jacket right here, but nah, fuck it. Or it's raining outside and you have on a whole fucking cap, baseball cap. You have on a fucking jacket, and you just still send my child out off the van. And I don't give a fuck how far the garage, the driveway is to my fucking front door. When it's cold outside and it's raining and he get wet, or when it's hot outside and he get wet and get sick and have some type of cold, no one's gonna be up with these kids that have ear. I guess Jay is already fucking gone. Hold on, y'all. My phone before you even get too carried away with your fat self. She got a nana. Yeah, normally Jaxon come home and go to sleep, but we don't want him to go to sleep because we don't want him to have a concussion and he fall asleep and we not know it. Here. So now you got your little food, now you don't want to be on it. You good. Give my stuff, little boy. Uh-oh. They don't take care of them like y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and say the nursery's not a good place for them kids, but like me, I would not never refer anybody to that daycare beyond the nursery. Like, because after you go from the nursery, you go to the next class, and that's the class where I had problems with Jim. Name rhymes with Jim. And like, she not the only one in there. Like, I get that she ain't the only person in the class, but even that the fact that you are the van aide and can't wipe his face, but yet you see Jaxon to come home, because Jackson's still in the nursery, even though his big fat stuff don't supposed to be still in the nursery. But Jaxon to come home with a whole clean face, with his jacket on when it's raining. Like, they just have common sense. Like, I don't know. And Jaxon, his teacher, I almost said her name, y'all. She got him just completely spoiled, rotten, to the point where he don't be want to go to nobody but his teacher aide. So yeah, I feel like the nursery is good. They gonna make sure your kids change, ate, fed. They take good care of your kid in the nursery. But outside the nursery, nah. And like I said, the class that Julian is in, he's only been in there a week. So far, it's been great. But yeah, I'm just ready to get this paperwork and move my kids. Cause like I just don't have time. Like, my whole thing is y'all do absolutely nothing. Like, when somebody want to sit here and speak to the director, the owner, y'all sit here and tell us a fake name of the owner. Y'all give us the director name, but don't want to give nobody the owner name. Like, you already lying, because you already know that somebody's like, nah. Why don't you mess with my stuff, dude? You just come over here to mess with everything? Yes, you did. You came over here to mess with stuff. Are you wet? Your daddy changed you? Yeah, I just have never had any of my kids go to a daycare. So sorry. Like, so sorry. You got stuff on, dude. And like I said, I'm gonna look into how much it is to sue a daycare for pain and suffering, because basically, y'all don't care. And I'm trying to be PG since Jackson's in here. But y'all don't care. Y'all don't care nothing about these kids. Y'all want some money, but I can't even say that y'all want money. Jay, didn't he though? He took over my whole live stream. And Jay, you could have told me that you was gone, so I could have known that was in there without you. Hello.
No.
Hello.
No.
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 Okay. She missed us?
No.
What's on your eye? What's that? Baby food. You done? Yeah, we gonna sit here when we call DHS and in case anybody that have kids that have these issues that don't know, you can call Child Social Services. Like, you know how they can call Child Protective Services on you? You can also call them on a daycare, but you also can call the licensing department. When you call the licensing department, see, DHS will keep it on file for like a minute. Like, they never really get rid of those reports. If it's ever a court case come in, they gonna bring all the reports from DHS. But how you really put a mark on a daycare is report them to the licensing department. When you report them to the child care licensing department, and they have to make an investigation from any type of allegations, that stays on a permanent record, like with the licensing department, period. Like, I'm not finna sit here and play with nobody about my kids. Like, y'all don't want to make changes to y'all daycare, that's fine. I'll move my kids. I've been ready to move my kids. I was ready to move my kids when Julian got diagnosed with autism. And the autism people were like, we never heard of that daycare. We hear that Pediatric Plus is a good daycare. I was ready to move my kids when they wouldn't sit here and wipe Julian's face. Like, it's so simple. Like, wipe his nose, put his jacket on, make sure his shoes are tied. Like, that's the normal common sense stuff that you do. But when you sit here and be like, and that's another reason why I don't like the assistant director. I don't like her already. I don't call to speak to her. I don't never want to talk to her bitch ass, because the hoe ain't never gonna do nothing. Here, let me put you here. Hold on, y'all, be right back. me down. Hold on, y'all. I'll be at the second right quick. Alright, y'all. I need to get some baby monitors other than looking at them through the other way. Hold on. Yeah, what was I just talking about? Like, oh yeah. So I don't. Another reason why I do not like the assistant director is I don't like you. You don't do shit. You do absolutely nothing. Like, you tell me your her solution to everything is move your kids and try to pick with somebody. I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit here and argue with a bitch. Like, I don't have time to sit here on the phone and argue with you for your stupid funky ass not to do shit. Like, you're not gonna do absolutely nothing. But you want to be on the phone arguing with me. So when you call the assistant director or somebody that's supposed to be the daycare coordinator or somebody that's supposed to be in charge of everybody and everyone, like, if someone has a problem, they call you because you're supposed to be able to fix the problem. Well, the breakdown is the bitch want to sit here on my phone and argue with me, talking about how she's tired of me calling, talking about how I'm a bully. What else? Mind you, now I don't call and talk to the bitch. When I figured out that she does absolutely shit, I stopped calling you. What the fuck I want to call you for? Like, you're not gonna do absolutely a motherfucking thing. And I remember a particular day that I went to the fucking daycare looking for my child. Julian was sick, and the nurse had called, and I didn't call back because not only did you call me, you called the grandpa, you called the grandma, you called the aunt, you called the dad. I know that I need to come pick up Julian. So what the fuck I'm gonna call you for? Like, I know that I need to come pick up Julian. I know that you're gonna make an incident report, and I know that I don't have copies to all the paperwork, right? So when I come to pick up my child, I go to the class. You're not in the class. I go by the nurse's station because sometimes, like, they supposed to like Julian Jaxon so much. So sometimes they be in the nurse's station because somebody had told me that, you know, sometimes she'd just keep him with them, keep him with her so he don't infect the rest of the kids or whatever. Not in nurse's station. So I go back up front or whatever, and I call myself looking through the kitchen, but when you have like hundreds of kids in the kitchen, you don't just pinpoint your child, especially when you have the idiots that's taking care of your child just looking and standing there. Nobody said, "How you looking for Julian? He's right here," or anything like that. So I go back to the front, and the lady pages the nurse. So I was like, "Well, where did the nurse send Julian?" Basically, she pages the nurse, and the nurse come up there. Well, I was calling I said, "No, where's Julian?" Well, I don't care what the fuck you was just talking about. I want to know where the fuck my child is so I can pick up my child, because whatever you're talking about will be in the fucking bag. And that day, I just already knew that I was in a fucking mood, hence why I didn't call you. And I already know to fucking come pick up my child. So she like, well, most parents want to. I said, no. What I want to know is, where's my child? For her to go in there and be like, well, she wants her kids. So the next day when I come to the daycare to come check on my child, I noticed that the assistant director bitch ass, she don't speak, she don't say hi, she want to follow me all of my, like, bitch, y'all, she was like this far from me. And had that hoe bumped into me or anything, it would have went a whole different motherfucking way. So to me, you're just the devil that want to pick with a motherfucker, pick with a motherfucker, pick with a motherfucker, pick with a motherfucker. And the best way to pick with me is with my motherfucking kids. Like, you have nothing else better to do with your motherfucking life than to sit here and make it harder for someone to send their kids to fucking daycare. Like, it's already people in daycare that's punching kids, hitting kids, kicking kids, dropping kids, leaving kids on vans and shit like that. Like, I don't want to have to come up here every motherfucking day to make sure that your staff is doing their motherfucking job, but your funky ass is still not going to do absolutely shit when they're not doing their goddamn job. So I just don't talk to her. So what I did was, the person up under her, I called her and I said, hey, because me and her talk, and we actually, she know I was joking. I said, I know that you talked to him the other day. I said, I guess that they have some type of mental delay themselves. They must be mentally slow themselves or something like that. something along those lines is what I left on the person I talked to voicemail. Tell me why the assistant director felt I need to check this lady voicemail. Mind you now, the assistant director got an office, the supervisor for my kids have an office, and the other supervisor have her own office, right? So they have their own office line. So bitch, you're in here being fucking nosy because when you pick up the phone or when anybody else pick up the phone, I don't want to talk to your bitch ass. I want to talk to somebody that's actually gonna come in tomorrow and talk to her staff. That's who the fuck I want to talk to. I want to talk to somebody that's going to actually try to fix the issue. And it was a joke because me and her, she even is like, I don't know how hard it is for them to, I know you feel like it's common sense. I mean, at this point, it is common sense. Like, wipe their nose, tie up their shoes, put on their jacket. Like, I understand what you're saying. I have a daughter too. And we was talking about our kids and stuff like that. Like, I have no problem with the supervisor because she can't actually do that. So the bitch take it up on herself to check this woman voicemail, which I don't see how that's not evasion of privacy because ho, I'm not talking to you. This is an A&B conversation. See your funky ass the way out the motherfucking conversation. Call me and first she called me and I hung up on her because I don't talk to you. Because I know that you all you want to do is sit here and go back and forth and argue like a little bitch that you are. I do not argue with people. I don't argue with people. I don't have time to sit here and argue with you. Bitch, you either gonna do it or you ain't. So if you ain't gonna fucking do shit, shut the fuck up talking to me. I'm that type of person. I'm not the type of person that's like, no ho, I'm not gonna sit here and do that shit with you because all you're gonna do is make me catch a case. So I don't argue with hoes on the motherfucking phone. So I hung up in her face. So what this bitch do is I don't want to talk to her and I'm not gonna sit here and argue with your ass. I'm not even gonna sit here and listen to shit that you say because your staff is never in the wrong and you're never fixing their situation. So what I do is sit here and what she did was sit here and call Jay. Was like, well, I was calling to speak to Nicole or whatever. So Jay not knowing, give me the phone and I look at him and I throw the damn phone up under the damn, I think the phone hit the floor, went up under the damn thing. And I think Jay got his phone, and the last thing he heard her was saying, hello, hello. And he was saying that she said some other shit trying to still threaten the motherfucker. Like, bitch, nobody even on the fucking phone. You're on the phone talking to yourself. The phone is way up under the goddamn thing, way up under the couch. And Jay had to go up under the couch to get his phone. And when I come back in, Jay was like, why did she even call me? Like, why do people think that I'm going to be the peacemaker? Like, and that's another unprofessional ass thing. Like, don't think that you're going to call my husband on me for my husband. What y'all think he gonna do? Check me? No. Half the time, Jay be feeling the same way that I feel. Jay just fake. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and fake with you. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to shit you gotta say. You're either gonna fix your staff or you not. If you're not, the fuck off my phone. Because it's not my fault that your staff is not doing their goddamn job. And that's just really how I feel about the whole situation. So, I said all that so I can rant because I needed to get my rant out. I'm trying to read y'all comments. And Yolanda, I don't even know what I was saying. My whole thing is, I really wish, matter of fact, some people gonna be mad about this, but matter of fact, these daycares remind me of this whole Black Lives Matter movement. You have so many cops doing so much bad shit in the world, and it's hard to find somebody that's doing good. It's like with all the stuff that's going on in the news and today, you even have kids in actual elementary school that are getting pushed down the steps, beat up, and some more stuff to the point where, you know, the schools are not doing anything. Then you have daycares, like I said, leaving kids on a van. They don't, so basically, don't nobody go back and check the van to make sure your child's not on it. People was coming back with their kids dead on the van. You have people dropping your kids. You have people just not taking care of your kid, regular, normal maintenance of your child. Like, I have. And like the woman, the last time I called the license department, the lady was like, you might as well move your child, or you might want to move your kid. And at that point, I was listening to Jay, because Jay was like, don't move him, don't move him, don't move him. One thing I will say, when I spoke to the family coordinator at this daycare is, she was like, you know, if you move your kid, it only hurts their child or whatever. That's true. So when Jay was like, dude, I don't want to sit here and move my kid, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. But now, today, like, bitch, y'all will damn near kill him. So I might as well go ahead and move him. Let me see if this is a fucking troll, because if so, I'm going to go ahead and let them go. I don't know. I don't know who this person is, but I don't got time to sit here and give advice today because I'm not in the mood to give advice. Today, I'm in the mood to vent. Like right now, this second, I'm in the mood to vent because this just happened. Yes, my child is okay, luckily, but had Jay been there to catch him, he already fell down, right? And had Jay caught him, he would have just fell down all three of them steps and hit the platform. At that point, I would have really lost all of my fucking mind. Crystal, this situation gets you heated, but this is shit that be going on every day, and like that's how I really feel. Like, and the only reason I'm not really just saying exactly how I feel is because Jay was like, "Don't do that," because you already know how the system like to play it. Like, people will want to sit here and take your words, twist them around in court, and try to make it seem like you are the abuser, or you know. White folks do it all the motherfucking time. They sit here and they take some shit, they twist it around and say this and say that, and that ain't even what the fuck you said at all. That ain't how you said it at all. But they gonna sit here and pick this part of the video, and they gonna scream record this part of the video, and they gonna take this part of the video to court. And I have enough sense to know to get a fucking attorney. Like, bitch, no, you have to play the whole hour video. That's what you're going to have to do. Don't sit here and try to take my character out of, and that's what they want to do. Like, they want for you to be out of character so they can sit here and look like they right when they do fucked up shit to you. Like, yeah, it's just a formality. Krista, Jay's right about what? Because Jay, like, what, he want to keep them in the same school? Ah. And I missed the whole comment. Yolanda, it ain't even the fact that it's just for them to be watched. It's the fact that with them having the delays that they have, that they already got something for one. They already got the first thing against them, going against them in the United States of America, and it's being black young men. They're killing black young men right now. Absolutely shit. You could be walking with Skittles, a hoodie, not doing nothing. You could sit here and have a license for a gun, a permitted gun that you don't even have on you, still get gunned down in your car with your wife and your child right now. So they already had that going on. And then they had these learning disabilities and delays. So I just want my kids to get the therapy that they need to be put to get back on level so they can learn like the rest of the kids. Even if they don't, I want them to be as normal as possible, or have a normal childhood as possible, to remember certain things as possible. But it's one thing when you're paying your money for your child to be somewhere and they're receiving shit service. Like, this is, to me, this is piss poor service. I have never, out of all four of my kids, this is the worst daycare that I have ever sent my kids to. I have never had, even with transportation that you get with your kids' insurance, like, they have never dropped my fucking child. Like, all the way from Carter, which next month Carter will be 11, all the way down to Jaxon, which is 1. This is the first child that has been dropped. And not only dropped, you just don't give a fuck that you dropped them. Like, that's the part that behooves me. It's the fact that you just do not give two fucks that he failed. He could have busted his nose. He could have busted his head. He could have all kinds of scratches and bruises and scrapes. And you know, when a kid actually hurt themselves, it takes a minute for them to actually cry. So if you would sit here and drop him, what are you doing on the way from the daycare out to our house? And yeah, it's nothing but like a 5-7 minute drive. But if you're doing that in front of our face, what are you doing to him at this daycare? Like, I hope you don't care for nobody kid. How the fuck you care for my child? So I hope you're not working in the daycare with other kids, because I could just imagine what the fuck you're actually at that daycare doing. So I know that I'm gonna sit here and see what it takes to get a restraining order against an employee at a fucking daycare. And I might try to get two of them. As a matter of fact, I might try to get a restraining order for everybody that has wrongfully done something to my goddamn kids. Until I can fucking find a daycare to move them in. Because I really don't have the type of time, I don't have the time, or the patience when my kids are at risk. So I don't know how Jay gonna do it, but I would rather, until we find them somewhere to stay, pick them up and drop them off ourselves, because clearly they don't have good sense. Clearly they're not gonna do shit. So Krista, you know they gonna twist your words around. Like I sit here and watch how they sit here, and they, if I say how I really feel, they sit here and make it seem like, oh, well, she's valid and she said this, and oh my God, we gotta protect ourselves because she was on live and she said this and she said that. And like, I know one person watch our videos. I don't know if she watching this live right now, but one person watch our videos. But it's awfully funny how one of the staff said something about Jay, and I know she only got that because you watch our channel as well. So what they will sit here and do is try to take this video, instead of learning or seeing why someone don't like a certain person in the daycare, or seeing why it's confusion in the daycare, what they will sit here and do is forward it to whoever they want to forward it to, or take a small part of it and send it to somebody and try to be like, oh my God, we got restraining orders because we were just such in fear for our life because she said this. They'll take out the whole concept that a motherfucker basically dropped my child like a fucking backpack, and it was like, oh the fuck well, like he's on the floor, like bitch pick him up. Like that's how the fuck that fucking hoe looked at my goddamn child. So y'all, like I said, I don't know how Jay want to do it, but at this point I feel like we might as well take them to daycare and bring them back to daycare and still go check on their daycare until we can find a daycare that has a spot for them to go to a different daycare, because it's really no point of them being in that daycare. Like that's how y'all really sit here and treat kids. It's no point of y'all being in this daycare. It's no point of them staying recouping money off of my kids for y'all to treat my kids like shit. Just bottom line. And I'm not saying that the person in Julian and Jaxon class, or the two people in Julian and Jaxon class, treat them like that, because like it's 3 staff in there, but one of them is a van driver, she drives the van, and the other one, she just seems like she's young and cool or whatever, and it's an older lady in there that's standoffish, that don't say shit, she don't speak, she don't none of that. Like I don't understand. Like when I worked in childcare, y'all, when I seen parents, like I have to at least speak to them and be like, hey, how y'all doing and shit like that. But you have two of them have enough common sense to be like, hey, he's doing this today, hey, he's doing that today, we haven't put him on the pot, but we're gonna, since we know that y'all trying to put him on the pot, so we could be on site. They have an actual conversation with you about your child, like they actually care about your kid, like they actually like working with kids. I would never understand. Like I know people are gonna keep having babies. No one's gonna stop having babies to the point where people won't have a job in childcare. Just like they always gonna need police officers, just like they're gonna always need nurses and stuff like that. But get you a job where you don't have to be bothered with the people and you don't have to treat them a decent way. Like I know this shit gotta be against the law. Some law it gotta be against. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with y'all comments. Crystal, you go hard for your kids. You know where I felt like taking the whole situation, and it wasn't a good place. Like I said, anything to keep charges off of me and put charges on somebody else is what I'm more than willing to do. I don't trust nobody with my kids either, but see, this wasn't going on. Like it was the fact of somebody being lazy. But now I wonder, and I really feel like y'all might be at these schools abusing these kids, and long as they ain't coming up with bruises, y'all don't have to report it. And it just makes me wonder, when it do come bruises, do the staff do that? Certain staff do that, and y'all just sit here and write it up like, oh well, nah, this, that, and the third. Like that's how I feel. And like I'm like you, Chris, I don't trust nobody in daycares. Like, so with all these incidents that be happening, it really make me not trust you at all. Like the daycare at all, period, point blank. And then their responses to the shit be like, oh the fuck well, like yeah, that happened, oh the fuck well, get over it type shit. Like that make me really not trust you, and that make me really feel like y'all don't give a fuck about my kids, and I don't tell them what the fuck y'all are at this daycare or at this school doing to my kids. But Krista, that's what I'm saying. Like Jay feel like if you gotta do all that, like you might as well not have them in school. But that's the thing. I have worked at daycares before. I know that when those parents come to them daycares and they don't know when the parents gonna come to them daycares, because when I pop up, I don't pop up at the same time. I pop up at a different time. Nigga, my kid could be eating breakfast, my kid could be in the playroom. We sitting here, and that's another incident that happened. Come to think of it. When we had, they is so goofy. When we had the meeting with the family coordinator or whatever she was, like after that, all of a sudden, Julian is getting this incident report, this incident report, this incident report, this incident report, this incident report. All of a sudden, and when we go in there to get Julian to check him out early, we see everybody roughhousing. So is everybody getting these incident reports, or is just Julian the one getting these incident reports? And then it's funny to me how folks want to sit here and make it seem like they violent, like Julian's violent and he picks on the kids and he fights the kids and this, that, and the third. Correct me if I'm wrong, but kids with autism have those type of behavior issues. You could be doing absolutely nothing at home wrong with them. They just have those type of issues. They have behavior issues, right? So he could just be acting out just because he's acting out because he is autistic. He was diagnosed with that. That's why he's acting that way. So what we're trying to do, me and Jay, is figure out how we actually supposed to treat him, because we know that he learns different and we know that he sees and does stuff different from like other kids. And Christy heard Jay talk about some his stomach up there. He had to come to the lake. He was trying to come to the lake anyway. Hold on, y'all. All right, I had to make sure they both were still watching TV. Chris, I'm the same way. I don't be wanting to. I just know, like, I'm just a person that I will fuck around and do it. And I know that. And see, Jay, like, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this without motherfuckers to be able to use it against us, basically. Jay is a real overprotective father and husband. He's a war veteran. So when his clock get the ticking, it might go cuckoo, cuckoo, and we just don't know. When he see black, that's all he's going to see is black, and it's not going to be any bringing him back from black. So yeah. So when I'm pissed off, Jay know that I'm the same way, because I'm the one that carried these kids for 9 months. I'm the one that was cut open for these kids, and it's my responsibility and it's my job to worry about my kids' safety. And if I feel like they're not being treated right, and if I feel like their safety is impaired, and it's literally because it's not because it was an accident. Like, had it been an accident, or I felt like it was an accident, this would be all the way different, because I would be like, stuff happened. But no, it would be like, oh, well, that was just an accident, and see, was he okay and stuff like that. He would have been okay, checked out fine. But the fact that you don't say shit makes me feel like it's not an accident. The fact that you looked and rolled your eyes and kept going, like, oh, the fuck, well, he's on the ground, like, pick him the fuck up, because she sat there like everybody just watched him fucking fall type shit, and she proceeded to turn her fat ass around and go to the other child and get him out, and kind of just, instead, you know how people pick up a child and place them down, she picked them up and kind of like was like, you don't want to touch him, bitch, go find another job. Like, and I don't even understand how the fuck y'all treating these biracial kids, or is it these biracial kids have white parents, and more than likely a black dude that typically don't care about their kid, like, so they don't be paying attention to how y'all actually treat their kid. But I pay attention to how you actually treat my kid. Like, treat them. I know the nursery is good. Like, I have had 2 kids cycle in and out that nursery, so I know that the nursery is a safe spot. I know that it's a lady in there that wears glasses, and there's another, it's like a new aide, because she wasn't in there at first. I know that they actually, like, the lady, I don't know if she have a grandchild or if she want grandkids, but that's Julian Ace Boone, not Julian, but Jaxon Ace Boone Coon. And the other lady, she's just real good with in the nursery, like with the babies. She tell you what your baby doing, what your baby not eating, how he acting, and she's like real goofy. Like, I like her. And like I said, the class that Julian said now, like so far, but I don't got time. Cause when something what's gonna happen next? Like what's gonna happen next? Is they gonna fall and break an arm, or yeah, somebody gonna push him or shoulder stroke him, and it's gonna be like, oh well. Today, Jaxon broke his arm in 3 different places. Yeah. So you come get him whenever you want to come get him. That's what's gonna be next. And see, I'm gonna end up, I'm gonna end up with a case. So I would just rather take my kids to a different daycare. Like, period, point blank. That's all I want to do is take them to a different daycare, because I don't see how you can literally drop a child and not give not nan fuck about that child that you drop. But that showed me how you actually feel, and that showed me how you actually treat my child when no one's around. Nah, Chris, there wasn't a gate by the stairs. Like, it's like they ride on like an actual little bus. Like, it ain't even like a sprinter van. Like, cause other like insurance, they have like transportation and stuff like that. It's not like a sprinter van. It's like an actual, not a school bus. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's no gate right there, so when they take them down, they won't just go down the steps. Like, I don't know why they don't got that, matter of fact. But all she had to do was put him down and make sure that he was standing up. Instead, you put him down and dropped him, and he fell. And we caught him. Well, Jay caught him on the first step before he just fell down the rest of the steps, basically. But that's what I'm saying, Yolanda. Like, I know that you pretty much gotta treat the daycare like a job. And matter of fact, another thing that I don't like about this daycare, because some daycares actually have this, they have cameras. Well, in other states, they have cameras in classrooms where you can just log into the the iPad, phone, whatever you got, and you can look at those cameras and actually look at your kids. Like, I think that's an extra layer of safety that they had installed at one point that I think it's worth the money that make a person feel more secure about sending their kids to the daycare, because the owner is not gonna want those cameras in those classes if they feel like somebody's mistreating their kid, right? So I guess for now we might take them back and forth to school and check on them throughout the day, and until we move them, like, cause I'm just ready to move them. It ain't nothing else to it but to move them. I'm not gonna give you a chance to kill my kid. Y'all, I sat here and came out the whole live. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to the rest of these comments. La 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 la. There we go. All right, I'm back. But I mean, that's how I feel, Jay. Like, but see, you at least it's like, had he hurt himself, then you would have took it there. Like, I feel like just go on ahead and taking it there. Like, whether he was or wasn't, for the simple fact, bitch, you dropped my whole child and you did not see was he okay. Like, to me, you did that deliberately, like you did that shit on purpose. And you went and proceeded to get the next child and did him just like that. For the point, yeah, the van aide, not the van aide, but the van driver looked like, the fuck wrong with you? Like, he didn't say it, but you know how somebody just look at somebody like, is you stupid? Like, is you crazy? See, but see, that's the old me reaction. I would have went there. But see, when I go there, I go to a different place. Like I don't just stop there because I don't talk to people. Like I'm real quiet, I'm real reserved. I speak to you and I get my kids and I keep going. Jay is the one that speak to people, have a conversation with people and stuff like that. I don't. I speak to you, I ask my questions if I have any questions and I keep going. So if you have pissed me off to the point where I even cuss you the fuck out, you have done something. It's a reason. It's not just cause oh well, you know, cause everyone be like either they think that I'm rude, stuck up, or people that actually know me. Like, say for instance, my landlord, he's like, you know, he talked to Jay, he like, your wife is real more quiet, she's reserved, she, you know, she's more standoffish than you. I'm just like that, and I don't know if I'm like that because of my childhood, but I'm just like that. Like, I would speak to somebody, I'd be like, hi, and keep going. But see, if you get a reaction like that from me, it ain't no coming back from that. Cause I'm not finna sit here and just do what bitches do. I'm not finna do that. Like that ain't gonna solve shit. That's just gonna get my blood pressure high and it's gonna land me with a case. So I don't sit here and I can't. Like I can't. Like I can't. Oh, but on the brighter side, y'all, my son, my oldest son, finally got out that mental institution that his dad put him in. He got out the 2nd of this month. Chris, I came with you. She said, I meant to say I would have. But you probably gonna have to see if they made a report tomorrow or whatever. But 9 times out of 10 they didn't, and more than likely when I go get them from the bus now, like, cause normally Jay go get them from the bus or go get them off the van, and bus van whatever. But I normally go if I'm awake or something like that, or if I'm not cleaning up. I normally go and help him get them off the van. Now some mornings, y'all, I get them dressed, but sometimes I don't be feel like getting dressed. Like I get the boys dressed, but I don't be feeling like getting myself dressed. So yeah. We had court. I had to go back to court with that. My show was like, when? They here now. Getting on my nerves. Well, really, they ain't getting on my nerves. They watching TV and chilling. So, yeah. But yeah, that's my rant, y'all. And I told Jay, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get my rant out the way. Jay, what do you want to, since you in here actually paying some attention for the first time ever, what are we supposed to be eating? Are we supposed to be eating leftover spaghetti, or what do you want to cook? Did you take anything out, or what? And yeah, they have already ate like snacks and juice and stuff like that. But it's about to be 30 minutes to, it's about 30 minutes to 6 here. My oldest son will be 11 next month on the 8th. Jay, I know they think that you quiet and friendly, but like, it's, to me, like, it's cool to talk to the people and stuff like that and be friendly with people. But my whole thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and be friendly with you when I have had a problem with you in the past. Like, if I never had no problem with you, I'm not gonna treat you with that same energy because you did nothing to me for me to have an attitude with you or be rude to you. But like, if I don't talk to you, it's because you have done something, and it's because I don't like your ass. And I'm not finna sit here and be fake. I'm not that type of person. Like, I got family members that are fake. Like my sister sit here and try to make it seem like my dad or my sperm donor is just great sperm donor, and like, no, like, he never came to games, he never came to meetings, he never or some help with me with my mom. He never even tried. And it's not like my situation where a motherfucker trying their best to fuck you. It's the fact of he never tried to do absolutely nothing. So like, I don't see it being a problem with being friendly or cool or talking to the people. But I'm just I don't know, you see people that you don't like or I don't like, you will still be friendly with, you, or at least still speak to them. I will cut you off and keep fucking going. It's like you aborted yourself as you standing right there. Like, I cut people off. When I cut you off, I'm just done. It ain't no coming back from that. Like, especially when it comes something to do with my kid. So, like, Jay is friendly with the assistant director. I'm not gonna be fake with this hoe. Like, for what? Why? For what? Keep that same energy. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, if you was rude to me before, you said this about me before, you said this to me before, bitch, keep that same energy. So now that people are watching and shit like that, don't want to now come and speak to me and talk to me and fuck you. I'll sit here and you will literally sit here and speak, or you literally be in a sentence talking, hey, and blah blah blah, and I will sit here and walk straight past you while you're talking, and not nan time look at you. I'm that type of person. Jay fake, I'm not. Wow, me and Silly Mom got a kid that's like a day apart. How old is Michaela? I was gonna call her Mackenzie. I don't know why that's even the name. You get all of them out the way. You could just sit here and have one birthday party and just get everybody out the way. Like, y'all want to be born in September? Y'all want to oh, cool. So, all your kids Virgos? Yeah, all your kids Virgos, but the last one to the name, alright? Dang. Michaela gonna be 12. Carter's gonna be 11. And I feel like I'm old as fuck. Like, I'm supposed to still been a young mama. Like, I feel like I only got, 7 more years and he'd be 18. That'd be salty. Big salty, big facts. Yeah, what I don't understand about these court, like, as far as with this custody case, what I don't understand is how someone has custody of the kid that you don't even have custody of. Like, when your kid have to go to a mental facility or a behavior facility, why is it better for the kid to stay in your care? Because clearly you can't care for them. Like, clearly you suck at being a parent, right? That's just what I would think. Yeah, somebody mad. I think I know who. I got a troll. See, Yolanda, I see that me and Jay are not the only people that think like that. Because I feel like if your child go to a mental facility, for not just, short term, they put your child in here long term. And even the whole time your kid is in this mental facility or behavior facility, the behavior never did improve. So you should see that it's a deeper root to whatever problem this child have, right? But no. That's even better. The trampoline place, like if we was to have a party at the trampoline place for my kids, it'd be like maybe $300. I think that's pretty reasonable. We only actually have 4, I believe, in like the central Arkansas area. And y'all, I gotta go see what they're doing. So it sounds like they playing, but I just want to make sure that they ain't finna hurt themselves. Get down. Yeah, Julian is a whole mess and a half. Jay, are we going live later on tonight? Like, tonight? Like, yeah, I be trying to have, like, the whole adult night, what do you call it? The unfiltered version. I know today was not filtered at all, but I just really needed to come and vent to my YouTube family, because I don't call my actual family. I don't mess with none of them like that. Like, my family on my daddy's side, I have never really fucked with them, because if you show favorites, I'm not gonna talk to anybody to show favorites. If you show favoritism towards my sister and my cousin, it's no point in me like talking to y'all. Like, y'all can sit here and, matter of fact, Ilana, I think you have grandkids. So you have people like, okay, my grandma have 3 grandkids basically. Me, which is the oldest, my little cousin, I call him Jaden or something like that, him, and B is my little sister. So for Jaden and B, when they go to work, when they want to go to a party, when they just need a break, you can babysit those kids. But when it come to my kids, mind you now, Carter and Crystal, and this was just with them, but Carter and Crystal are older. When I have to go to work or want to go out, you can never watch my kids. Like, it's always an excuse of why you can't watch my kids. Like, what be the point in making a difference in those kids? Like, I gotta be lying and not going to work, but yet they cannot even be going to work. They could just be partying. Or if I'm trying to go to work or school, you can't babysit my kids, but yet this person just want to go out to the club and gonna be gone till about 2 or 3 in the morning, so he can spend a night, but my kids can never spend a night. I don't get that. What's up, Jenny in the bottle? Everybody is doing good. Yeah, this little boy is over here really having a time of his life. Jenny in the bottle, you missed the whole like rant vent session. I see you commented, so I'm trying to catch up. I mean, to me, I feel like it's unfair, but like, it's not even the fact that it's unfair. It's like, well, yeah, it's unfair. Like, it's, to me, it's messed up. But like, what did I or my kids do to you for you not to babysit them with the same energy? Mind y'all, Carter and Crystal, like I said, Crystal on the 25th, she's going to be 9 and Carter's 10, but like 2 weeks later, Carter turned 11. So they like a year, 11 months and 2 weeks apart. They're not just 2 years apart, but if you want to be technical, that's how far they apart. But like, I just never got, like, that's why I don't talk to my family on my daddy's side. Like, and then for my sperm donor to be my sperm donor, like, he don't step up and be like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch you treat one kid like this and treat my other kid like that. But he do the same thing. So it's just like, but I'm not the type of person, like, my grandma would help with my nephew or whatever, which is my sister's son, my half sister son or whatever, but won't help with my kids. And like I said, you might as well say 9 and 11. So they're not even gonna be in your way of anything. They're gonna be kids that's over there that's gonna help you with the other grandkids, because they like kids, like normal kids do. They like babies. Yeah, I'm catching up with the comments. The silly mom, they gonna have a ball on that. Me and Jay don't know what we're gonna do for the boy's birthday, cause October, I think October is actually going to be cold in Julian month. December, we know it's going to be cold. It's Arkansas, so it might not even be cold. But October, I believe it's getting cold, and it's like around time where it actually stays cold. So we always do his party inside in Jaxon. We know that we're going to have an inside party. And I think I'm going to go to the bubble place for Jaxon. And Julian, we don't know if we're going to do Chuck E. Cheese again or something else for his 3rd birthday party. I really kind of want to take them to Disney, in all honesty. Like, just them two. Because, like, nobody really mess with us like that. And, like, I don't care that nobody messes with us like that, because my kids will still have a good time by themselves. They brothers. They have a strong bond. But we have a trampoline in the front yard. We didn't get a pool because Jaxon don't like the pool water for whatever reason. But who is that? Our backyard has pine needles, like it had pine trees, so it's full of pine needles, ants, bugs, and all that stuff. And we just like, nah, we're not gonna put nothing back there. Plus, it's small, and the people right behind us have about 5, 6 dogs. I don't know if they're training them dogs. I don't know. They're never loose in the neighborhood, but I like, I don't got time to be trying to hope that your dog not gonna bite my kids. And there's no gate to separate us either, so nah. Negative. Oh, well, that's probably why you like that, Yolanda, because that's basically my situation. Like, my grandma on my daddy's side is bad at it. Like, she would literally go and play mama with my nephew. Like, she'd drop him off at daycare, she'd pick him up from daycare, she'd drop him off at school, pick him up from school. Like, she will make sure that she has the time and schedule to go mess with him. But if it comes to my kids, for me to go to work or anything, it's an issue. Like, I remember I needed somebody to babysit my kids, y'all, from like 10 at night to 7 in the morning while they slept, basically, because they still was in daycare. Well, I worked the overnight shift, and that's why I got the overnight shift, because I'm like, dude, they gonna be asleep. It'll be easier on my grandma, because my mom was sick at the time. If y'all don't know, my mom passed about 5, 6 years ago. No, 7 years ago when me and Jay met. My mom passed the same year me and Jay met. So it's been about 7 years. She passed about 7 years ago. And that's kind of how all this whole custody stuff with my oldest kids happened, but that's all another story. But I ended up having to pay my little cousins, to watch Carter and Crystal. I ended up paying them like $500-$600, like $500-$600 a month, because I was paying like $100 a week. So I say $400 or $500 a month then. No, I was paying $20 per child, so it probably double that. Hold on, yeah, Jaxon be being extra. Like, he be in there hollering. You be really thinking he hurt. Yeah, Jaxon is in his crib. So the only way that he would get hurt is if Julian takes him and throw it in there, or Julian take his arm and like hit him. But Julian is like on the floor, jumping down like a frog. But yeah, my grandma was like, as far as when I worked 10 at night to 7 in the morning, my grandma was like, I'm gonna end this live if he gonna sit here and keep hollering, because ain't nothing wrong with him. Yeah, I'm finna end this live. I think I'm finna end this live, but I think we're going live later on. Jay not talking no more. But look at this boy. Why? Why he had to turn the bed like that? What's wrong with you? You wanna get out? Come on, you wanna get out or not? Yeah, he fake as crap. Come on, crybaby. And then you got the Power Ranger over here. Girl, he always flip his whole bed over. His whole bed was over here. And he moved it over here so he could be closer to Jaxon bed, so Jaxon could flip out his bed onto his bed. They bad. Will you move? Jaxon, get out the way. What? Why you take all your stuff off your bed? Get up here. Goofy. Get back up here. Jaxon, will you move? Get out the way then. Ta-ta. Hey, thank you, Enda. Hey. Jay Hill's over here acting like a Power Ranger. This thing delayed. Look at him. Y'all missed it. He's so dramatic, y'all. What's supposed to be wrong with you, dude? You don't even have no tears. You just whining. You better go find something to play with. Stop banging your head. Stop that. Nobody's smiling with you, oh hard-headed boy. My bad, y'all. Are you looking at me like that? You done drunk all your juice, so now you want a refill. Yeah, this chat know he be crying about everything with no tears. Hold on, y'all. So I don't know how long Jay gonna be on like, but I think we're gonna go live around here. And then gonna have the audacity to snatch the cup from y'all. My phone is finna die. Hey, thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, Jane in the bottle. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if I was just trying to catch up with the comments. I don't know what time we're gonna go live tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be 9. Well, it probably won't be 9. So I don't know if it's gonna be 10 or 11 Central Time. But basically, I gotta get the bath water already, figure out what they're gonna eat for dinner. Then I already had their snack. I might feed them around in 30 minutes. Like I didn't know it was already 6 o'clock. Like y'all. But yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna feed them. Probably some leftover spaghetti because they ate some, but they played with it. Y'all know how kids is. They like to play with their food. So I'm gonna feed them here in about 30 more minutes. Get them a bath. Find a book. and all that. And try to go over some flashcards with Julian. So we more than likely will be back live for like adult live that's like more about real problems and real stuff. Like this was an actual real topic that I just had to vent. And we probably talk about some of this tonight, but we're not gonna talk about like we ain't all talk about the same topic in detail like I did today, like with some of the issues that I've been having at this daycare. Like I feel like it's just time to move them to a different daycare. Like I don't want to take them from a daycare and staff and people that they know. Like Jaxon know who he talked to. Well, not talked to, but Jaxon know his teacher. I know his teacher. I know the aide in there. Like I like them. The new people, they have been doing good so far. We don't have a complaint with them. But the way that you handle situations like this, even people, you know, normally DHS and the licensing department for child care, and like normally those type of people be like, ah, yeah, you just overreacting and make another report. But when they be like, wait, what? And when they call your phone back to make sure they have all of the information for a report, like it's to the point where I feel like there's no return, and I feel like it's only gonna get worse from here. So I feel like it's just best. Y'all hear him drunk this cup and then gonna throw it on my door. Y'all, these kids really be coming for me. Like it be your own kids that do you dirty, y'all. But before I get back on into that topic, I don't know what topic we're gonna have tonight. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I put them in my notes on my phone. What topic we gonna have? Thank you, Londa. I will. But we should be on by 10 no later than 11 tonight because I'm gonna feed them. They had already been up playing, as y'all heard. And yeah, I don't know what topic. Like Jay gonna have to come up with a topic. Yesterday was a whole medical marijuana topic that I didn't even think it was gonna be, but it was. So I will let y'all go because now Julian is whining. I'll see you guys on the next video. Be blessed. Peace.